is a report on the Walker Proscenium Black Diamond 3. My name is Peter Bruninger, and I wrote the first review on the Walker turntable many years ago. It's changed considerably over the years, but yet the basic engineering principles have remained the same. Dennis, tell us a little bit about the turntable, about how it operates. Let's start with when you turn it on.
Okay. Well, first off, Peter, what everyone needs to understand that this is a air-bearing, air suspension, air tone arm. There are, with the new Mark III version, there are 3 separate regulated air feeds. The first is for the tone arm itself, which operates at approximately 48 pounds of air pressure, air bearing, and which virtually eliminates any chatter whatsoever. The arm is stable as anything that can possibly be. The second is the platter itself, the air suspension, which the platter is machined from 70 pounds of solid lead, treated in an epoxy finish, and that is floating on an air bearing at 3 pounds of pressure. Amazing to think that 3 pounds of air pressure can float 70 pounds, but it does.
I wouldn't even know it's spinning currently, and I wouldn't know it except for the center piece by the spindle with a little bit of, it's not as shiny acrylic. If it wasn't for that, I would think it was standing still.
Yeah. It's unbelievable how well made the Walker is. Every piece of this is personally hand built by Lloyd himself. So the third air feed is part of the suspension, and the suspension itself is what makes the Mark III modification. Lloyd has taken the original air suspension and removed it from the arm feed, so now it is its own dedicated circuit, and the feed itself is operating on a 20.5 pounds of pressure. Originally, those feet, because it was sharing the tone arm air feed, was operating at 48 pounds. And Lloyd found through trial and error and many hours of listening that by having dedicated suspension and operating at a much lower pressure, he's able to reduce the resonant frequency of the table significantly. And what that has brought sonically is a treasure trove of frequency extremes. We have improved the dynamic range, the contrast. The bass goes significantly deeper now than the Mark II table, and the upper frequencies are much more extended and have much more shimmer and air.